Welcome to Roofing Road Trips, the podcast that takes you on a thrilling journey across the world of roofing. From fascinating interviews with roofing experts to on-the-road adventures, we'll uncover the stories, innovations, and challenges that shape the rooftops over our heads. So fasten your seatbelts and join us as we embark on this exciting roofing road trip.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Roofing Road Trips. I'm your guest host, Karen Edwards, and I'm really excited about today's topic because we are talking to Morgan Cathey from READYSLATE, and we're going to talk about this really unique new product that is authentic slate, easy to install, and has so many cool features. Morgan, welcome. Thanks for being here today.
Thanks, Karen. Thanks for having me again. Like you said, my name is Morgan. I'm with READYSLATE, and READYSLATE by Coupa Pizarra is the manufacturing company.
What's your role there at READYSLATE? What do you do?
So I'm the product manager for the U.S., basically in charge of everything that has to do with this particular product throughout the U.S. and Canada.
All right. So let's talk a little bit about why slate is such an amazing choice as a roofing product.
Well, to start off with, slate is one of the oldest known materials for roofing, in the world. So there's roofs that are, hundreds of years old around the globe that have this product on there. So it's known for its longevity. It's known for its fire resistance and mold resistance. It's known for being very low maintenance, environmentally friendly, being that it's a natural product. It's a rock that's pulled out of the ground. In the U.S., it's a little bit different than a lot of the standard products we use today. So, we usually see it have excellent curb appeal, and just because it's different and it looks very, very nice. Increase home value, and then just the longevity of the product. So, depending on your installation, you can see slate roofs lasting anywhere from 50 to 200 years.
Wow. Yeah, that's a really long time. And the slate's natural, right? It's a product from the earth. And there's not a lot of manufacturing or pollution or, in making the slate. So I think that's got a real appeal for folks.
Absolutely. And, Coupa Pizarra is actually a carbon neutral company, which isn't incredibly difficult to do with slate, but especially if you compare us with some of the asphalt based products that are out there, and how much pollution is generated producing those products, we are very environmentally friendly.
All right, so what are some of the challenges that contractors face when they're working with slate?
Then the number one thing I hear over and over is just labor, and I think you interviewing people from time to time in the roofing industry, you probably hear problems with labor over and over. And that's really something that's even magnified with slate, is just the fact that it's a skilled labor. And it's something that's not maybe the most popular in the United States. So we have a very difficult product to install compared to, some of the shingles and stuff that are out there that are fairly simple to install. We also have a labor shortage that we're not able to find the labor to actually install that. There's not a lot of trade-based schools that teach how to install slate in the United States. In fact, if you look online and stuff, most of those are in Europe.
Yeah.
So it's kind of difficult to find.
Yeah, it's true. And I think, at the roofing expos, you'll see there's almost always a booth, promoting slate. But a lot of the guys that are working and demoing and working with it are from Europe. It's really hard to find that skill here in the U.S. So I'm really curious. Let's, for those listening, we're saying READYSLATE, but we want to explain what this is. So it is all natural, real slate, and it's hand formed?
Correct. It's actually hand split in Spain. So it's produced, fully in Spain and shipped over here to the United States. But it is hand split. So it's usually second and third generation slate splitters that are over there. And they take a block of slate and you tell them you want 5 millimeter product or 7.5 millimeter product. And they will take a hammer and a chisel and split the slate to that size.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible. And then just to help people understand how when this shows up on the job site, we're not talking about individual slate tiles, right? This is kind of almost prefabbed for you.
Correct. Yeah, and we would say panelized, and the
Okay.
best way to describe it, if you can't see the product, is think of a shingle. It does have an asphalt base to it, and then you apply 6 pieces of real slate to it, so it comes in a panelized form.
Excellent. And then the installation. Well, first of all, talk to me a little bit about how the idea behind kind of panelizing it and making it easier. How did that come about?
Sure. So the patent for ReadySlate is over a decade old, actually. So it's a thought process that came out of our R&D department with Coupa Pizarres, and they Coupa Pizarres is the largest slate manufacturer in the world. Recently, with a recent acquisition we just have, we're up to 70% is the new estimated number of the world's slate. So very good chance that if a slate roof is on and you see a slate roof anywhere in the world, there's a good chance that Coupa Pizarres actually produced it. So in the R&D department, they're trying to figure out a way that we can continue using slate and make it easier to install, especially with the structures in the United States. In the United States, we don't do a lot of block and stone-based buildings where we can support the weight of traditional slate. Usually, you would have to request that when you're getting your home built. If you want to support traditional slate, that's 1,000 pounds a square. You're going to need to have additional framing, on the walls, on the roof, on everything, really to support that kind of weight. So this product was kind of came about when they were looking at that. How can we make it lightweight and still a great durable product, and really capture the United States market? And that's what ReadySlate is.
Okay, so how did you make slate more lightweight? Because slate is slate. Right?
So it has to do mainly with the overlap, and we would say head lap in the for roofing terms, I guess. But the overlap of the slate for ReadySlate is only 2 inches. And if you compare that with traditional slate, traditional slate can be 12 inches, 16 inches. It really depends on the pitch and what size slate you're using. But it can vary. So when you increase the head lap, you're basically having double the amount of slate or close to it, double the amount of slate that's on the roof. And looking at one of the common misconceptions, I guess, is that when we say lightweight, is that we thin down the product, and it's a lot thinner than traditional slate. It's actually not. So it's a standard slate for Europe. It's actually a little bit thicker than some of the slate produced here in the United States. So it's United States kind of standard is around 1/4 of an inch. This comes in closer to 1/3 of an inch or 7.5 millimeter.
Okay, interesting. And then it's just nailed down?
Correct. It's nailed down. It's pre-punched. So it already has 2 nail holes in each piece of slate. So you're going to have 6 pieces, 2 holes. So you're going to need 12 nails per panel. And you would nail each one of those, yes.
So tell me a little bit about, I even have had, I was having a conversation with somebody recently, and they thought slate was not a great material because what if it gets hit with hail? But it's extremely hail resistant, isn't it?
Correct. Yes. With the backing product and the way we've designed this and the thickness and really increasing the thickness to be able to get a class 4 out of this product. So it's extremely hail resistant. And one of the beauties about it is even if something, say a tree branch was going to fall on the roof, and that's something that would have broken pretty much any type of material,
right?
You can actually take and replace one piece at a time with this product. So it's an easy, simple repair to this product versus trying, with a lot of shingles, you're trying to, sometimes replace the whole slope.
Yeah. Because you have, if it's been up there a while, you put a new piece up there, it's going to look quite different from in terms of shingles, but not so with this product.
Correct. Yes, it's a non-fading product, so we can take the product that we have today and replace stuff that's been installed for quite some time. And the quarries that these are coming out of, or some of them are over 100 years old that the same quarry's been used to produce slate.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing better than the test of time, right?
Correct. Yeah.
And this, especially in Europe, you said, this has been on for hundreds of years as a roofing product of choice. I'm curious, we were just at a roofing expo last week. I saw you down in Florida.
Right.
And, what do contractors want to know? What kind of questions are they asking you about this product?
Well, first off, and almost probably 80% of the time, I'd say that they want to know, is it real slate? And, they think it's composite. They think it's one of the plastic products that is out there just by looking at it. So we have to kind of drive that home. We have a new marketing campaign coming out, From Rock to Roof is what we call it. Oh. And so it's really talking about taking the rock out of the ground and how we produce READYSLATE. So it's going to be fun when that gets published. But that's the number one question is it plastic? It's usually what I get a lot. So once we get past that, then they think it goes on piece by piece. We show them the panel where they're getting 6 pieces on at a time. And then it kind of snowballs from there into a whole bunch of different questions on being lightweight, being hail resistant. Since with our Florida show being obviously in Orlando in Florida, we got a lot of questions about hurricanes and do we have approval for high velocity hurricane zones, which we do.
You do, you said.
Correct.
Yeah. That's really important down there because you're getting lots of wind, even just regular storms, and that's happening across the country, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
We've got more wildfires, it seems, than ever. We've got, and slate won't burn, right? Extremely fire resistant.
Correct. Yeah. The slate product itself is extremely fire resistant. Yes.
So yeah, if you're in an area that is prone to wildfires and you may have embers flying around in the air, then you want a roofing material that is going to be able to resist and not catch fire should an ember blow onto the roof.
Absolutely.
So tell me a little bit about the warranty that if someone's going to install a READYSLATE roofing system, what does the warranty look like?
So the warranty for READYSLATE, it's a limited lifetime warranty. It's fairly similar to a lot of the warranties that are out there. We really had some, I guess, difficulty from Coupa coming from a European warranty to what requirements for a U.S. warranty. So it's nothing that's going to be really that much different than anything else that's out there. However, from our testing, we think a lot of the stuff that we recommend with the products, such as using stainless steel or copper nails with the installation, we think that they're going to outlast the hot dip nails that are out there. So, we think this is going to be a 50-year plus roof. Wow.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about that. Do you have accessories that accompany the system? Underlayments? Let's hear a little bit about that.
Sure. So that's and one of the beauties about the product too is the fact that it does not have any really standardized accessories that we would sell. You can pick stuff up off the shelf at your local roofing supplier for vents, for underlayment, mostly for nails. Usually somebody will have some stainless steel nails in stock, and so the drip edge and stuff like that would be fabricated locally. Usually one of the supplier partners will have a metal shop they kind of partner with to be able to make some of the metals and the valley metals and that sort of thing. But we really only sell just the READYSLATE product itself. So that really drives down the cost when they're looking at comparable products to allow the contractor to be able to offer this at a very good value to the homeowner.
Nice. Yeah. And I was going to ask about training or support or I'm sure you guys offer that. I did watch, if I will tell people to go to the rooferscoffeeshop.com directory for READYSLATE, and there is an installation video on there that'll give you a great idea of what the installation looks like and how easy it is. But if someone does want some assistance, do you guys have that?
We do. Yeah. So we offer currently we're offering no cost kind of assistance and training for the roofing crews. It is extremely simple to install this product. I like to say over and over again that there's no gotcha moments that you're going to get in the middle of this installation and scratch your head and not be prepared for it. It's pretty well laid out in the installation guide that we have written down on our website, as well as the videos that you mentioned there. And beyond that, we usually have at max a 1 to 2 hour kind of training on how to install the product, and they're off from there.
So I'm curious, we talked about high winds and Miami-Dade and other approvals. A lot of times for a roofing system to be able to earn those ratings, maybe they have to use more fasteners, or they have to use different patterns, or, you use this many nails versus this many nails, but you've got pre-punched holes. So it's regardless, it's not going to change. You're always using the same number of fasteners.
Correct. Yeah. And that was one of the surprises for me too, really getting down and doing a lot of the testing to get the approval for hurricane zones through the state of Florida, is that we didn't have to really beef up the installation process a whole lot more than it was already done currently. The nails are really the same. The only thing I would say there would be, they're going to require ring shank nails in the state of Florida versus smooth shank nails. But beyond that, there's very little that changes in the installation process.
Wow. Yeah, that's amazing. So, how long have you said about 10 years ago the idea came to be, and how long has this been available in the U.S.?
So in the U.S., it's only been available for about the last 3 going on 4 years, something like that. And, we really started testing, they've sold in different countries. They sold down in Australia. They've sold, in other places before the U.S. But for the U.S., it's just been about 3 to 4 years.
And what's the reception?
The reception is great. And that's one of the things I love about my job, is that, once it kind of clicks in a contractor's head that what this product is compared to the alternatives that are out there, that they see the value in it, and they see that they can offer something that is extremely high quality and a very good product. And Slate being something that, while it's attempted to be imitated, it's very hard to imitate a real Slate roof when you look at it from the ground. And they're able to offer that at a very affordable price, compared to some of the alternatives that are out there. We're usually right neck and neck with a lot of the kind of specialty roofing market.
Oh, yeah. I would imagine that this would have some great applications for historical buildings, even though, we don't have too many historical buildings in the U.S. We've got some. And a lot of times, they want things to be authentic, like the original materials that were used. And then I know sometimes you do run into problems with the structure, not being able to support the slate. So this sounds ideal.
Correct. Yeah, and we're seeing that, and sometimes it's not even the historical buildings themselves. Sometimes it is in a historical district, and you want to build a new building, and they are going to require you to put slate on it. Well, this is a way that an architect can design to put this on, real slate on a building that's brand new, and they can save some money on the structural requirements to do so.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Now I'm curious about colors and shades, and do we have multiple choices? Is it pretty much just that, when I think of slate, kind of grayish black color?
Right. It currently, we only offer the product in a charcoal color. We are looking at some alternatives, and hopefully here very shortly I'll have some colors to kind of announce, and maybe we can do another podcast here.
Oh yeah, because slate is just gorgeous, and when you do have those color variations, it can be just so nice, and really make a home stand out and pop. And it adds curb appeal. I'm sure it adds value to the home. And you get a lot of happy homeowners, I'm sure.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, we would love to hear about the colors when they come. Exciting stuff. But I also would just like to wrap up by just explaining, how do contractors purchase ReadySlate? Where can they find it?
So ReadySlate's available at any of the national roofing supply houses, being, ABC, SRS, Beacon, any of those guys, or honestly anywhere where they buy roofing here currently. If we're not currently set up with that supplier, we'd be more than happy to get set up with them. But for more information, if they need more information, they can always go to our website and with the ReadySlate.com and download our installation guide and really get in contact with somebody local that would be able to point them in the right direction.
Excellent. And I just want to encourage everyone listening to go to their website, go to their directory on rooferscoffeeshop.com and check it out, because it's really, really cool. The concept, and you can see it being installed and get a feel for, wow, yeah, I think I could do this, right? And then you can add Slate to your repertoire of products that you offer out there.
That's it.
Morgan, wow. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing all the information about ReadySlate and its history and the value that it brings for contractors and home and building owners. We're really excited. I'm excited to see more of it. And yeah, this was a great conversation. Thank you all for listening out there. We want you to not miss a thing. So be sure to subscribe, follow us on social media, and you can listen to other episodes of Roofing Road Trips wherever you get your podcasts. So thanks, Morgan, and we'll see you all next time.
If you've enjoyed the ride, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join us on every roofing adventure. Make sure to visit rooferscoffeeshop.com to learn more. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next Roofing Road Trip.